Hey guys, GPV247 here. Welcome to my freestyle football review for the PC. So everyone, this game has just been released on Steam. It is an awesome free-to-play soccer game. I'm just going to say this once, this game is not the normal type of soccer game. There are a whole bunch of crazy things going on in this game, and we'll get to that in a second, alright? By the way, everyone, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe button, and notify and upload button if you want to see more of these game reviews. It's a new thing I'm trying to start on my channel, but I'll need your feedback, I guess, to see if it's worth it or not, alright? Now, I'll read you out the description of Freestyle Football right now, so just bear with me, everyone. Here we go. Freestyle Football is a team-based action football game that lets you experience the joy of football as it was meant to be played, more easily and quickly through thrilling tension and a competitive spirit. With its combination of seemingly realistic but slightly exaggerated characters, boy, you got that right, a fantasy world filled with skills and realistic street football culture, it provides you with a completely different kind of enjoyment from other football games that you have tried. This is accurate as hell. Oh, he's gone for goals and it hit the post, everyone. Look at that. Holy crap. Oh! Goal! Yes! Dude, that's awesome. I actually got a goal then. Wow. Freestyle Football is a game where you play using 4 characters and 1 goalkeeper. Each player controls 1 player on the field. Now this is an awesome aspect to the game. It's going to get some quality points because of this. I've always wanted to play a soccer game where you only control 1 player. Features include use real-life football strategies and techniques, as well as communication with other users for the ultimate team gameplay experience. Train your own customized and unique characters to dominate the football field. A huge variety of over 50 skills, including everything from realistic football techniques to exaggerated skills. You got that right, man. Infused with fantasy. Train even more powerful characters which are suited to your own gameplay style through the 5 stages training system. We'll get into that later on, everyone. Offense, midfield, and defense each clearly represent the characteristics of the position preferred by the player. Evaluate individual and team contributions to gameplay through the record and evaluation system, where you need not only good attack and defense records, but also assists, base points, and killer passes in order to succeed. So there you go, everyone. Now, when you start off, you have the choice of actually creating the 3 playable classes, which is forward is the forward attack, so they'll be the ones at the front line trying to get that goal. Midfield is the ones trying to, I guess, look, from what I've seen, my personal experience in the game, midfielders can go either way. It all depends on the player itself, because it all is, controlled by a player. Even a defense guy, they usually will sit at the back and spectate the game for the most of the time. When I actually played as the defense class, I don't know, I felt kind of useless because defense aren't really that good at going onto the front line and trying to get goals. But yeah, I'll still see players that are meant to be defending our goals. They'll be out the front line with the forwarders and the midfielders. Midfielders will even try and take over the forwarders' position, which is kind of a bummer as well. But yeah, the really cool thing about the game is honestly the create a character mode. So you can create your own custom football player, guys, or soccer player. I guess I'm going to have to go with a terminology here of the word. So I'm going to go with soccer, because here in Australia I like to say soccer. But yeah, you get to create your own soccer player, and it can be either a male or female. Each gender has, clothing specified just for them. The female clothing, though, I did look at it and I think, is that really what female soccer players will be wearing? Because Playboy bunny suits and tight, latex outfits or spandex, whatever the hell the fabric is. I just think this is obviously just for the fantasy side of things. I don't know, not that I have a problem with it, it's just I know some people out there will probably be like, what the hell am I playing? But yeah, I laughed. I honestly laughed when I saw the outfits, but hopefully everyone out there has a good sense of humour. The gameplay is so intense, you won't believe the amount of stuff that will happen in the game. Like, you'll think you're winning 3 or 4 up to, nil, but then all of a sudden the other team will come back. They'll either beat you or go to deadlock, where both of you have an equal score, and it all comes down to that final goal. Pretty much what will happen is, I think it's called the golden goal. At the end of every game, if it's a tie, you'll have a vote to either go to the golden goal or, submit to a draw. The golden goal is an insane moment, because whoever stuffs up costs the game, pretty much, and whoever scores that goal wins the game. It's that simple. Get the ball, defender! I can see a couple of downsides to the game. Now, I don't know what it is, but when I try to tackle people, guys, I fail miserably. And I don't mean like I'm doing it completely wrong. I know in some circumstances you can get it wrong because you have to time the tackle perfectly right. But I've seen my character literally go through the other players. So I mean, like, he would slide tackle and it would just go straight through him like a ghost. I think it all comes down to latency, and a lot of people in the Steam reviews are also saying it as well from what I've seen, because I had to see if I was anyone experiencing this. I've had some games where there's no lag at all and it's such a fluent game, but then you verse people from across another, continent, and it's just terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Like, you'll press the thumbstick. Also, this game can be played with a console controller. It's better played with a controller. I'm just putting that out there right now, guys. Seriously. Now, other plays as well, that can be a downfall, because I've actually had some games where my teammates weren't necessarily doing what they were supposed to do. You would have a defender rushing out to the forward attacking zone and just cause mayhem, pretty much, because as soon as the ball got kicked away or tackled away from either the defender or the midfielder or even myself, no one's there at home to defend the goals, and that is instant goal pretty much for the opposite team, which is rough, everyone. It's infuriating. Passing as well is a needed thing. A lot of people don't understand that you need a pass in this game. Oh, yes! Lala, pass it! Pass it, Lala! Pass it, Lala, I'm open! Pass it, dude, I'm open! No, he went for the goal! Here we go. Don't! The midfielder took it! Dude, the midfielder took it off me! Oh my god! If it wasn't for the latency and the players that sometimes don't have a clue what's going on, I mean, the game would be just one of the most flawless free-to-play games that I think I've played on release day. Now we'll move on to the in-game store. The in-game store is its own little beast. Pretty much you get points in the game. You get the free-to-play points, so you get these points by, completing matches and doing the daily rewards, because there is a daily reward system in the game as well. Now, with the in-game store, there are points that you can purchase with real-life money. Now, these prices, they get quite up there. I was actually quite shocked with how expensive the game can go, and to think that gear, you can keep it indefinitely if you buy it with real-life money, right? So you keep it forever. But if you buy it with the in-game currency, I think it lasts for 12 to 30 days, I'm fairly sure. It all depends on how much money you spend, or how much points you spend, if that makes sense. I'm happy they put that in the game, that you can unlock custom content. Not all of the content can be purchased with these points. See, what I think would be fair is if they allowed every item in the game to be purchased with these gameplay points. It's just obviously you would have to grind more to get them, but they kind of, I guess, put a paywall with the really cool gear, like, the gear that people would actually want. The gear that you can buy with the points is kind of standard, guys. Like, it's nothing too special at all, but the gear you can buy with the real life money kicks major ass. There is a cool little system though, and I have to admit, I really like this system. It's the reward system. Thanks to, I guess it's a special thing though, because the game's just been released, I was able to actually level up to around level 27 or something ridiculous like that, because I actually played the game on the release week. So that gave me so much bonus XP as a reward for playing. Usually it takes quite a long time, a couple of matches from what I've seen so far, at least, or even 3 or 4 to level up. The game is very visually appealing, which makes me happy to see. I'm happy with the way it is. I'm not too sure about you guys out there, but I'm actually happy with the game design. The characters look cool as well. The clothing all looks cool. The costumes look cool. Now, something I do have to say though, the abilities in the game, you actually get abilities, everyone. Now, there's a hilarious ability, right, when your character scores a goal, because this is a stock standard emoji that you get, or the emote. It's like a machine gun, so your character will literally go like this, like bang, 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 and everyone will do this because that's the only emoji that everyone has, because the other emojis cost real life money. So that's kind of rough. I wanted to go buy some different emojis so I could show you guys on the camera, but I had to pay real money for that. So there's that paywall aspect that I was talking about earlier. It's kind of a letdown in that area, which is kind of lame, but there's not much you can actually do about that. A hilarious one though is when the other team scores and your character just looks at the floor all depressed. It's so funny, dude. Everyone else is just like walking around all sad, but then your character's literally just looking at the ground. Looks so sad, like he's about to cry. I've had that happen to me so much lately because the team I was on sucked, pretty much. So I actually played through each class or each role. I found that the forward attack is the most fun role to play. Second, this is my personal opinion by the way, second would have to be midfield. Midfield is kind of the the stock standard role. You can do both. You could go forward if you really wanted to. You won't be as good as a forward in my opinion, but you can get the job done. Defenders now, I hated being a defender. I was not good at it at all. I always missed the tackles and I always felt useless to the team. Forward and midfielder is what I felt that I played the best, but there might be some players out there that prefer defense if that's the kind of player that they are. They like to sit back and, you know, be that last line of defense for their team, but that's not me. I'd rather be attacking, so forward or midfielder, obviously. The sound in the game is actually quite good as well, I'm not going to lie. I was expecting it to be, you know, useless pretty much, but it lived up to it as well. So not only does this game live up to the graphics and the gameplay, but even the sound's quite good. The crowd chants really do get you in the mood, and the characters do talk to each other, so your players on the field will talk to each other. He just booted it out to the forward. Pass, if you have to. Can't you pass better? Hear what the game said about that person? Classic. It's actually quite funny because the background music in the game is actually some sort of inspirational theme song, because there's actually a couple of them based around the game. So if you actually listen to the lyrics, you'll hear, you know, the game's title come up, and you'll be like, oh, everyone works together better as a team, and I don't know, you just have to listen to it. The game has great replayability value. I'm very, very happy with it. I could honestly sit and play this game all week. I love the competitiveness of it. It really like makes you sweat, guys. You don't understand how intense the games can get. I've been in a match where I think it was like 5-5 or something, or I think I was losing and then I came back to 5-5. It's ridiculous. In conclusion, Freestyle Football to me is an excellent game. They've done a wonderful job on the release day as well. It is playable, thankfully. I'm very, very happy with it. I don't know if it's been released in other platforms or something like that previously, but on Steam it's brand new. So to me, that's, you know, that's a new game. So yeah, in conclusion, everyone, I have to say that the game is awesome. I really, really enjoyed it thoroughly. The main complaint I have though happens to be the latency. If you play a game with really bad lag, it's going to ruin your whole experience. I'm not even kidding. The game is perfect when you can play it fluently without any interruptions or delay, but in this kind of game, you cannot have lag. If you have lag, you're going to stuff up your tackles and your goal shots, and it just ruins the whole experience. From what I've seen in the trailer, there's a whole bunch of like different abilities that you can actually perform in the game, and this is like combat wise as well, everyone. Sadly, I wasn't able to see these abilities, so I don't know where they are. My final verdict on this game is that it's an 8 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. It was excellent. It had me on the edge of my seat all the time. I definitely recommend everyone picks it up and gives it a try, especially if you're a fan of soccer games. You really will not be disappointed, dude. I just hope you have time to sit down and play it, because it will suck up a lot of your day. I'm telling you that right now. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my first review. I really do hope that you all did enjoy out there. Please remember to hit that like button, subscribe button, notify and upload button, and of course leave a comment telling me what you thought of the video or the game itself, alright? See you around guys, see you for the next review. See you later.